Next, it's not really a question. It's more a statement. There's been a huge backlash coming from the interwebs, who would have thought it, about exclusives when it comes to Xbox. There are rumors swirling the world right now. We spoke about them last week, about Hi-Fi Rush possibly coming to Switch. It looks like that may not even be true, and it might be worse for the fanboys. It could be coming to PlayStation. So yeah, there's a lot more to go off of this, but Chris, you've been reading about this a little bit more, so talk to me. What's been going on?
Yeah, so the same person that released the rumor, I think it was two people, but one of the people that released the rumor came out and added a little bit more information saying that it looks like it's not even coming to Switch, that the Switch version was canceled, and that it's going to be coming to PlayStation. And then a whole new rumor brewing about Sea of Thieves possibly coming to PlayStation, which is an interesting conversation point, right?
Yeah, okay. We got a little bit of backlash again last week in the comments about how only Matt understands Xbox's yeah, I got you. Only Matt understands Xbox's point of view and how they're doing things. I want to make one thing very clear. We all understand what Xbox are doing. That doesn't mean we want to make content around that based on that conversation, right? I understand it from Xbox's point of view. Let's talk about CFEs to start with, right, boys? The game's been out for how long? It has had numerous updates. It has had numerous amounts of player counts. It has peaked with streamers. Bringing it to PlayStation is one of the smartest decisions Xbox could do to breathe life back into that game once more. Why not get a bunch of people? I think people are forgetting, we've got Skull and Bones coming next month, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's right. Again, who knows? I believe it's next month, the release date. I can't remember.
I think February is the date,
right? Yeah. You've got Skull and Bones next month. You've got, the conversation around pirate games. Why not release, again, from a business perspective, why not release this on other platforms, whether that be Switch, which it would be amazing on Switch. That's the perfect platform. Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves, perfect platform for Switch, and then release it on PlayStation as well.
Yeah. Our whole big point with what we were talking about was really just Microsoft's messaging and how that just muddies a lot of brand loyalty and brand image for what they have, because they made a really big statement of do not expect our games on other platforms. I don't think there's anything wrong with their games coming to other platforms. I don't think there's anything wrong with them releasing on PlayStation if they have this set of criteria, if it's a game that fits, if it's a live service game and it could help fund other exclusives. There's so many conversation points you could have on where I'm cool with it. I have no problems, play anywhere, cool, all that. I do not want Phil Spencer coming out anymore and saying, hey, do not expect our games on other platforms if these rumors end up being true. Because I think the main thing you have to take away at the end of the day, still everything's rumors. We have nothing confirmed yet, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, for me, it's very much a case of as you guys have both covered, we're not fanboying over this. We're not angry that they're moving their games over there.
I am.
Are you?
Yeah, no, you want to
go for it.
Not again, fanboy. I don't think it's the right question.
Yeah,
but right statement to say. But yeah, I am. I'm frustrated. Again, I come from a world where you look at PlayStation, and I understand Xbox's messaging. I understand Xbox's marketing. I understand everything. I'm not stupid here. I understand business probably more than most people, right? But as an Xbox player, as someone who has been invested in this ecosystem now since the original Xbox days, I understand the initiative of Play Everywhere. You can get there still without natively giving them the exclusive games that you're going to give them. And to me, it's a case of I can go to Nintendo and I know I'm going to get unique experiences that I can only play there. I can go to PlayStation. I'm going to get unique experiences and when I say only play there, I mean on console. I can only play there. Xbox is going to be the only platform eventually where you buy into their ecosystem and years later it's everywhere. Nah, I understand it from a business perspective. I don't like it. I don't have to like it, but I don't like it from a investment perspective as a gamer.
A counterpoint to that I will say is a lot of what you're saying echoes very closely to what people said when games started popping up on PC, right?
100%. I
Yeah.
was, Crash, I think we're forgetting.
You were that
was
person
that guy.
back then as well. Yeah. No, just for the sake
And
of the
now how-
conversation,
I gotta say,
I
and now
feel
how
like
often-
very important to mention, right?
No, absolutely, bro. You can go back through the history. It's there. If you want to go and hear my opinions on games coming to PC, I was not happy then, and look at me now. I play on PC. Like, I think it's I come at it from a point of view of the way I look at it is I look at the person who only can have one console and they invest in Xbox. Nah, at the start of the next generation, it won't matter because ultimately you're going to go, I'm getting a PlayStation because I'm going to get to play everything there. Other than Switch, obviously, you understand that. But go on.
I think that also like isn't realistic just yet, right? Because if you look at the games, it's Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves.
If the president is set, then that conversation can be had, right? Because if you expect if Hi-Fi Rush makes it there and Sea of Thieves, if Sea of Thieves makes it there, Crash, that is a first. Again, I know Bethesda's first party now, but they wasn't when
Rare.
No.
It's not a Bethesda game, it's a Rare game. Sea of Thieves.
I'm talking about that's. Let me land.
You said Sea of Thieves.
I meant Hi-Fi Rush. Sorry, let me. Oh, no. Sea of Thieves is a first-party game, and Hi-Fi Rush is Bethesda. That when that released was a first-party, but that was in development before it was first-party. That's already come out. We've had that conversation, right? It was developed for PlayStation, taken away.
Yeah,
so that one makes more sense to me.
I think what like will solidify in what direction they go and whether that the argument you're making like really holds weight is if Starfield ends up on PlayStation, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen.
I think if Gears
ends up in there, then yeah.
You see, not even Halo. If you see Gears over there, you can go okay.
Everything's ending up. Everything's going over there.
Everything. Because I'm gonna put it out there. I don't think that's ever gonna happen this console lifecycle or the next. I think what they're doing is they're looking at games that have done well and have now dropped off. Like Sea of Thieves is a 6-year-old game that, as far as we're aware, is pretty much at end of content lifecycle.
Content or end of like reaching fans, like growth?
Both. I don't know the numbers. I just don't think they're going to be releasing any major like updates. Like they've just dropped the Safer Seas, which is basically PvE, and that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be the last major update we get to that game.
Big
unless releasing it on PlayStation brings in a host of new numbers and brings in a load of new money from people buying it. But right now, it's like that game is, from what I understand, I don't know what the play times are, but I imagine it's not like huge numbers right now.
Players right now?
Mm-hmm.
Players right now is sitting at on Steam. I can't get numbers for anywhere else. Only on Steam, unfortunately. It's sitting at right now is 8,848. It looks like it's losing around in the last September. It lost 7,000 players. October 4,000 players. November 4,000 players.
Yeah.
So
it's got a pretty big half-life on that, like losing numbers.
Yeah.
So stick it in another market where it's again. It opens up new people to play it.
I kind of still disagree with that. Just because you're losing player bases doesn't mean like that game's at the end of its content life cycle. Because that's how live service games work. People drop off until the next big update. No,
true.
The next big update just dropped, though. That's the thing. Like Safer Seas dropped a few months back, if that.
And
that was a huge update.
Content update. That's a game balance update. That's not a big content update.
No, it's a huge element.
Was it a big content?
Yeah.
PvE servers, like there's a ton of stuff. But yeah, like But if you're still dropping off numbers at that point, like unless you are, and again they've done 2 major tie-ins now, and we're still seeing numbers dropping off. Like, it makes sense to me to be like, okay, this game is not going to bring in new people on Xbox, but it's still a live service game we want to keep supporting. Let's put it somewhere else where it's going to bring people in. I don't think this is going to be the standard for Xbox anytime soon. I think it's going to be very much a case of what works elsewhere. Like, what would work on Switch? Like, Minecraft worked wonderfully when it went to Switch, and they did the cross play with that. They did the whole thing where it was just green and red marketing everywhere. That worked wonderfully for them. Minecraft did great when they introduced the Xbox accounts into it, and then obviously they introduced PlayStation to that as well. So those kind of business deals make sense. I think Hi-Fi Rush is another one that would make sense on Switch. I think, again, if you've been here a year, you've seen how much love that game got. You're going to have picked it up on Xbox or picked it up on PC. So, like, now at this point, it's going to be a case of like, all right, well, a 5-6 hour game. I think it's about 5-6 hours. You guys can tell me better than me. I've only played a couple.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, 5-6 hour game, single player, not much in the way of replay value.
A little bit to like finish collectibles and stuff like that. But I do think they also added post-game content to like add replayable content, if I'm not mistaken. Like post
right. I don't know what they've added, but I know there's like skins and stuff like that you can unlock, and that's about it. But yeah, that again, a linear single player story, few hours of length. Most people who wanted to play that game have played that game. Makes total business sense to go, okay. Yeah. But I also understand the flip side of that argument. It muddies the waters of the messaging of Xbox. Of being like, this is the place to play Xbox games, but also so is PlayStation. Or sometimes Switch.
Best way to play on every console that's out there.
Yeah. I mean, technically that is the best way to play. Just to get it wherever you want. At the end of the day, Microsoft get a piece of that pie. They get their 30%.
Like I say, I'm not sitting here acting like I don't understand the business side of it. I totally understand it.
Yeah.
I just because I understand it doesn't mean I have to like it.
No, I agree. You don't have to like it.
So, but yeah, it is what
you gotta
it
deal
is.
with it.
Suck it up, Buttercup.